I just continue the gig now. So, so do photographs or videos or anything you want. To ask, if you want to ask a question, just put your hand up and yes, I'll ask you.
Are you still in the running for the British mayoral? Are you going to kick Boris Johnson today?
Well, I think Boris Johnson. I am going to run for either Member of Parliament or Mayor of London in 2020. It's still 6 years away, so I doubt he'll still be doing it at that point because I think he wants to go to some other place. But yes, I am going to go into that, and so I've got another 5 to 6 years of this, and then I go to politics, and we'll see what happens at that point. But,
why Jeezy Crazy and why Sean Connery as God?
But wasn't sure before it used to be. Yes, Sean Connery was playing Noah.
Noah! Fuck my life! God damn it! I'm fucking full!
Okay. What was the first one? Why?
Jeezy Crazy!
Oh, just because, I don't know, why comedy stuff? But actually, if you watch Man on Fire with Denzel Washington, he's called Crazy, and then his bear's called Crazy Bears. And I thought, oh, this can't be funny. Yeah, it's just if you say Jeezy Crazy like that. So, is that loud enough? Are we on as loud as we can be on? There we go. I'll try and keep it in my mouth.
Take it out of your
It seems a little quiet, but anyway, we'll see what we can get to. So, yes.
Okay, as transvestite, ass or titties?
As a transvestite, arse or titties? What an odd question. Well, I am a breast transvestite. So, yes, I have breast envy, I must say. I've had all my life.
Come meet mine.
Yes.
My daughter just graduated from ATSU. Did she have a picture made with you?
I'm afraid I'm not doing pictures. You can take the picture of this, but the whole thing of this is that if you do individually, it just goes and it doesn't really work. So this is a way that everyone can partake in everything, and you can ask questions and all that. So I'm afraid that's how we roll over here. Okay, your question there.
You're videoing.
March of '83. No, I hadn't started in Covent Garden. So there were other people doing. I started in about late '85, and I didn't get a unicycle till '87. So close, but no cigar. Okay, at the back. Yes, the glasses on your head. Yeah.
I've got $20. Do you want to split the Clippers?
You've got $20 then what?
You want to split the LA Clippers?
No, I'm fine with that, but thank you. Doing your own jokes now. Okay, I'll take yours.
Which is harder on your feet, high heels or running across England?
What is harder on my feet? High heels or running across England and the UK? I think running. Actually, no. Well, it depends. Sometimes, if you dance until 5 in the morning, then that can really kill. I did do once. But yeah, generally I'd say running a whole lot of marathons is slightly harder. But don't do them in heels. But see, men all think that women know how to wear heels or to, and it's easy for, and it isn't. It's not easy for anyone. So why we're actually wearing them, I don't know. Because if I go back to cavemen days, and you think if a caveman was saying, I want to wear what she's wearing, you're going, well, you are wearing what she's wearing. So I don't know what transvestites were doing in those days. Yes, your question. Oh, your question.
It's my birthday. Will you blow me a kiss and spread your toes?
What was the toad thing? I didn't quite get the toad. Yeah. Okay. Your question.
Body and mind. Diogenes and Aristotle exemplified this. Can you give an example of how you live your philosophy?
Well, healthy mind and healthy body. I try and have ideas going through my head which are positive and use it, and I'm doing 4 languages, which I think is vaguely using my and I run 43 marathons in 51 days. That's vaguely using my I don't know about you, but that's in a good area, I feel. I'll go around here. Right, that's your question.
There's a
that you should move to in England or the United Kingdom? Is it going to be? Or you don't? It's going to be England. Belfast. Well, you see, it's very difficult for me to get and say, oh, you've got to go to this place. I mean, I did spend a lot of time in London. If you're drawn to, to big, exciting, crazy things, then London's got a lot of that going on. But all the major cities have their own scene going on. And then it can be more tranquil in other places. Like in London, you just can't get to tranquility very easily. You just got to drive for hours to get out of this steaming London thing. So it depends what you're after, and I don't know quite how to advise you on that one. You've just got to watch all the DVDs of come to this place, come to that place. Okay, your question.
First of all, I told my friend Benjamin I'd tell you, hey, I have no idea why. And your nails look fantastic.
Thank you.
This is a strange question, but who does your nails?
Well, different people around America. When I'm touring around America, I think someone in Louisville is going to retouch them. And last time they were done because they keep growing, and so you have to take them down and then just fill in the back end. So they were done in Philadelphia. So someone in Philly did it, but there's someone in London who does them generally, and she's brilliant. And she has a website called The Illustrated Nail. So if you look at The Illustrated Nail, that's Sophie Harris who does this amazing work. Yes, your question.
Me?
Yeah.
At what point did you accept and understand and be happy with the fact that you'd wanted to wear heels and makeup and?
I accepted and got happy with it about. After I'd come out, so I sort of came out when I was 23, which is 1985, so 85, 86, I was 23, 24, I just did a lot of self-analysis, and I decided that everyone else had the problem, that this was a genetic, I didn't work out with genetics at that point, I just thought this is inbuilt, and so I should stop feeling guilt and shame, and move to the thing of, okay, I'm easy with it, and if anyone else has got a problem, they can see a psychiatrist who would help them with their problem. Who makes my shoes? People in shoe shops. I don't know. I keep buying from All Saints, and I think these ones I got in the Levi shop actually. I'm quite an impulse buy. I go, that one, I gotta have that now. Or I buy things very quickly. If I take ages to buy things, I get the wrong thing. So I buy things quite fast. Yes, yours.
I love the thing with the Welsh accent person.
Yes.
No, I don't. What if you take one drug, you go from one to the other? No, it's more interesting with Welsh to Indian. I think there's one with African, and I can't remember what the other one that links into African is. But no, so Irish and Scottish. You say Irish, Scottish, or Irish and English? Yeah, Irish and Scottish. Yeah, they just seem to be from slightly different places. There's a similarity, but I don't know what drug you take to change it. Your question.
What is your favorite kind of cheese?
Is that a Python question? Or?
That's the best question.
I didn't like cheese when I was younger, and then I spent ages trying to get into cheese, and then I heard that once you eat a lot of cheese, that makes you big, and that's not good. But I do like cheddar. I do sort of like cheddar. I mean, that's what I like. Yes, yours.
Two things first. My wife absolutely loves you. Chanel. Number two, when you come to America, you bring a flag.
No, I don't, but I did run around the UK with flags. So I do like flags, but I don't bring them in invasionary ways. I carry them in a positive affirmation type way. I like to run with the UN flag, and then you should be able to go anywhere. Except for great places. Okay, yes, your question. What I say to inspire a comedian, I would say burn your bridges behind you so that you can't go backwards and you only can go forwards. That keeps you very focused. I would say do 100 gigs and then you get your own voice. That's the only. It's only at the beginning. It's just time on stage. You're just trying to get time on stage. If you watch a film, The Battle of Britain, it's in it. It has this stuff at the beginning when the Luftwaffe were coming over and were trying, and Hitler was trying to invade. And so it was just the RAF stopping, and the Navy as well, but the RAF was the main point of attack. And there's this stuff right at the beginning where the squadron leader is saying, how many hours in Spitfires? How many, this one kid's got 9 hours, one kid got 10 hours, only 10 hours behind in the cockpit of that. And he said, come on, we're going to get another half an hour in, otherwise they'll have you for breakfast. And that was important. And then in anything you do, it's how many hours on stage. And that's the same if it was business, if it was politics, like I'm going to politics. I can't get used to doing political speeches without doing political speeches. So I actually have to, and this is actually semi-like a political speech because you're actually trying to put ideas over and then you can have a bit of comedy as well. But you can't get good at it without doing it. So that is the weird thing. Just do a lot of it. That's all I can say. Yes.
What do you talk about with your friends over a drink? Like, did you stand up with you not like what you're talking about with friends?
Sometimes, yeah, we sometimes talk about. Sometimes I'll start flagging up things and talking about it. I dragged everyone to Gettysburg, so we started talking about the Civil War and what happened there, and the whole 3 days in Pickett's charge, and Lee was a really brilliant general, and the North couldn't find one and all that kind of stuff. So I went to Shiloh as well. I went to the Battle of Shiloh, the battle site there. So I know a lot about military history and history, and I tend to put all that into it. So sometimes I chat about nothing. Sometimes I'm just quiet. Quite often I'm not that terribly funny. I started being funny when I was in my teenage years, and then when you become professionally funny, you stop being funny because it feels like you're constantly going, "Hey, listen, here's another joke." Shut up. You go back to being the boring idiot you were before you got funny, which is a bit annoying. But very good. Okay, right at the back there. Yeah.
How was your experience working on Hannibal?
Hannibal. How was it working on Hannibal? Hannibal was great, slightly disturbing to work on, quite disturbing, but the actual filming process is just like filming a love story or a comedy, because everyone's still there, you still got first AD, second AD, and all the technical stuff going on, except you're just saying, look, I've got to get my hands out of his stomach and into his own. And so the technicalities of that is kind of odd. But Brian Fuller's a great series producer, showrunner, and great cast to work with, working with Matt Mickelson and Fishburne, and all the guys in that. It's just such a high quality thing to do. So yeah, I did like to. I think I'm dead now, so I can't do it. Okay, yes, yours. Yeah. Oh wow.
I was just wondering how you felt that you are now considered historically accurate.
That's good. Did they say that something I said was?
We were talking about England's conquering and Majeure conquering the New World.
Right.
And so you read President Tracy's about, do you have a sign?
Yeah.
And how England and Spain kind of conquered everything.
Yeah, yeah, and France did it as well. All the European countries did it. So, and you know, the Romans did it before, the Greeks did it before that, Alexander the Great. So it's a human thing. Everything that's gone on in this conquering, hey, you have no rights, we're going to take it over from you. It is a human thing. So that's why I come up with this theory, which is history plus the change in society multiplied by the change in technology equals the future. And it sounds kind of silly, but it kind of works because we do find repeats in history. You get rid of a Hitler and Milosevic turns up, and they do kind of turn up, these dictators kind of turn up, people who get hold, they kidnap the country, they remove the levers of free speech, and then you get back into this dictator situation. So it's, and that goes all the way back to warlords in countries which are kind of broken. And Somalia had that, and it is looking for the human condition and how we can head off the bad sides of it as we head to the future and keep and encourage forward the good sides. I've always thought with Hitler, if you could encourage a country which is just an ordinary, you know, Germany was just another European country. We'd all done this invading stuff, and they weren't Nazi. They're not a Nazi country. They weren't that. But if he could encourage people to do stuff in the end that was so horrible, he should be able to get someone to encourage a whole bunch of people to do something that's way better than they thought they could do. Because those people, they went and said, hey, let's do something incredibly horrible, and let's keep doing this horrible thing. I mean, not all of them are doing it, but, you know, you should be able to do it the other way round. You know, I don't think it quite worked, because you'd have to force them all to do really nice things. Go and do nice, and that doesn't quite work. So you know, I saw Nelson Mandela's my big hero. But anyway, so very interesting to be in the history thing. Okay, we have one more question. It's going to be this side. It's going to be you. Yes. Yes, in learning other languages, do I have issues with them running together? Yeah, I'm going to Caen in Normandy, where the anniversary of D-Day on the 6th of June this year. It's the 70th anniversary. I'm going to do 3 shows in 3 languages in 3 hours. So I'm going to do the show at 7 p.m. in German, 8 p.m. in English, 9 p.m. in French. And I'm doing German as well because it's a tribute to those who fought for democracy and freedom in World War II and since World War II. And but to do this, it's kind of scary. So I tried it out at Yale University, and I did German, then French, then English. Because I sort of finished with the host country's language. And when I was in French, I found I was swearing in German. So it does. You can get a little bit lost. It's also doing the 3 shows one after the other. You could go, have I said this before? Have I done this before? Because you're going to do it 3 times. But yeah, that's what I'm going to do. And yes, and sometimes it does bleed. But I think it's a good thing to do. And I think the D-Day one is going to be kind of amazing. It's all for charity, so that would be a good statement, I hope. I think if people 70 years ago thought, hey, 70 years time, there could be some transvestite doing gigs in all the fields. That will be positive, won't it? Maybe. Anyway, thank you very much.